welcome to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today is Thanksgiving Day. I'm going to show you everything that I'm making for Thanksgiving. Yesterday, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, I filmed a prep for Thanksgiving video, so hopefully that one is up and this one will follow. Today, it's already almost noon. It's not morning, but I did most of my prep work last night, so all I need to do is get the turkey ready to go into our oilless fryer. I need to get the ham ready to go in the oven, mashed potatoes done, mac and cheese, and green beans. And then my rolls are over here, right there, rising on the stove. I did that this morning. I set them out. And then I also baked my last pie this morning. So I'm going to put you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to prep some veggies to go inside of our turkey breast that we're going to put into the oilless fryer, and hopefully that will make some good drippings for some yummy gravy. Since I don't have a whole turkey, I'm hoping that I have enough drippings to make a good gravy. So let me point you down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna rough chop some veggies to go into the cavity of the chicken breast. I'm sorry, the turkey breast. Here's the sage that I have left. It's looking pretty sad, but it should be okay to go in to this butter, and I actually melted it a little too much. I wanted it soft, but I'll just pop it in the fridge and let it solidify a little bit before I rub the turkey down with it. So there's the butter, and I think I'm just gonna throw this in with the veggies that are gonna go down in the bird. Anything I have left, I'll do that with. We're just gonna take some of the sage. Just drained the brine out of the pot that my turkey breast was in. I don't know if you could see that. I tried to film it, but if I keep clearing my throat, I'm sorry, but I have this cough that it's making my throat scratchy. So now I'm going to rinse this turkey breast off because it was so soaking in a brine all night. So I'm going to try and rinse that off, and then I will put it in a different pan and show you how I'm going to stuff it. Do not worry, I will sanitize my sink. I know that's gross. So I washed my hands really good. Like this. And now I am going to pat the turkey dry, and then once my butter has solidified, I'm gonna rub it under the skin kind of as best I can to get that butter in there. And then I will stuff it with the veggies. I may have to stuff the veggies in once we put it into our oilless fryer. We'll see. Okay, here is our, what's this called? Big Easy? Big Easy. The Big Easy oilless fryer. So we just put our turkey breast into the basket, and then I stuffed it with as many veggies as I could, and then it just goes down in there and it will cook. I think it's going to take about an hour until it reaches 165 degrees. I think I'll double check that, but it's just going to go in there and cook, and it just uses propane. Okay, so he has it on 3/4 heat, and he'll let it cook in there, and then we'll check it in about 45 minutes, see what we're looking like. So this is my husband, Brandon. He's the official potato peeler in our house. I hate peeling potatoes, so he is going to peel all of these potatoes for me so I can get those going for our mashed potatoes. Do you have anything to say? Okay. Rolls are out of the oven, so I'm just going to take a stick of butter, and they're nice and hot, and I'm just going to softly rub the butter on top of each roll so that it makes it nice and shiny. So my turkey's going. It's going to take an hour and a half, an hour to cook, 30 minutes to cool down or rest so that we can cut it and it stays nice and juicy. And I am going to get the ham in the oven. So we just bought this ham at Walmart. It is 3.81 pounds, so almost 4 pounds. And I'm going to put it in this foil pan that I have. And then while that is cooking, I'm gonna pop in the dressing that I made yesterday, the cornbread dressing or stuffing, whatever you like to call it, and the sweet potato casseroles that I made. So this comes with a brown sugar glaze that I'll do at the end. So my rolls are done. I just have to hide those so nobody starts eating them before dinner time. And I will get this in the oven. We have really good luck with the hams at Walmart or Costco. Costco has good hams too, but we didn't need that big of one. Usually they're really big. So we're already gonna have a ton of food. I'm thinking about even freezing some of our leftover mashed potatoes. I'll see, we'll see. Okay, so there's the 2 sweet potato casseroles. You can see those marshmallows. The dressing and the ham. I'm just gonna let those cook. I got my potatoes still coming to a boil, and then my rolls are done. So all I have left to do are the green beans and the mac and cheese, and those are just last minute things. So I'm going to try and clean up the kitchen a little bit, check on the turkey, and maybe relax for a few minutes. So we just drained our potatoes. Hopefully the TV's not too loud. The kids are watching a movie, but I'm going to show you how I make my mashed potatoes. Yep. So this is a ton of potatoes. You'll see in a minute. I'll point the camera down. I'm gonna put in 2 sticks of butter. Yes, I know, that's a lot. These are a lot of potatoes though, and they need it. So I'm gonna put in the butter, and then 1 packet of cream cheese. This just makes them extra good. My mom does it this way, and I like it. So I'm gonna add in 1 pack. I have another one just in case. I'll taste it once I mix it all up. So I am just gonna let the cream cheese and butter, they're pretty soft, but soften up some more. I'll show you what they look like. This is my giant bowl of mashed potatoes. So this is just gonna soften, and then I'm gonna get my hand mixer and beat it up and add half and half salt and pepper. So we'll let this sit, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I think it's all soft enough, so I'm just going to mix all of this together with my hand mixer. I'm just gonna cover this with foil to keep it warm, and then just set it on my stove so that it stays warm. The stove is off, but the heat from the oven, you know, will keep the top of the stove warm. So here's my mashed potatoes. Okay, so my turkey is still cooking. It always takes longer than I think it's gonna take. So it's already been an hour, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. My ham is still in the oven. My dressing and sweet potatoes are still in the oven. I'm fixing to check on them. I need to make my tea and start boiling some water for the macaroni and cheese. And the green beans I'll do at the very end because they don't take very long. So my rolls are done. Mashed potatoes are done. I'm gonna check on the casseroles. The casseroles need just a little bit longer to get crispy on top. I took the foil off. I think I did the marshmallow one wrong though. I think I did the marshmallows on top wrong. I think I was supposed to do that, like cook the sweet potato casserole first, then put the marshmallows on and brown the marshmallows because they're kind of melting, like, and not in a good way. So that's a lesson learned. I've never done it with marshmallows. If you do it with marshmallows, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Do you do it like first thing, or do you take it out of the oven, put the marshmallows on, and then put it back in? I think I messed that one up, but oh well, it'll still be good. So I'm gonna make my tea now and then start to set the table, have the kids set the table, and yeah, it'll be just a little bit longer. Okay, so I ended up moving the turkey in the oven because it was just taking too long out in that big, easy, oilless fryer. We are still learning how to use it, so every year we try it. Every year it has failed us, but it's just user error. So I don't know. We're gonna have to read into that some more. I thought I had, but so I moved the turkey into the oven, and now I'm gonna use the drippings that the pan caught at the bottom from it being in the oilless fryer. And I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. So you take your drippings and you want to remove, see that top layer? That's the fat. And we want to remove that. That doesn't need to be in the gravy. So I'm going to put it into the fridge, maybe even the freezer for a minute. And just so that the fat can solidify on top, and then I can just scrape it away. And then I'll pour the good stuff in my pot. Or if you have a gravy or a fat separator thing, they make little things you can use, but I don't have one of those. So I'm going to try it this way, and then I will start my gravy. I also wanted to mention, excuse me, I also wanted to mention that I'm making the mac and cheese right now. It's just this shells and cheese. The kids like it. I used to do homemade. They don't like it, so I don't go to the trouble. They'd rather have the box stuff. So that is what I'm doing for them to go with everything else. And then I also, let me see, while that fat is separating from the yummy broth goodness in the freezer, I put it in the freezer. I have a roux going. It's butter and flour, equal parts of butter and flour. So that I'm just whisking it, and then once that fat has separated and I can separate it from the rest of the stuff, then I will pour it in here, and then just pour in some chicken broth to go with, because I don't have enough drippings to make a big thing of gravy. So I will show you that once it is ready. And I've taken everything else out of the oven. I'm going to have to warm it back up. This is just how it goes for us on Thanksgiving. I can never seem to keep everything warm. So once the turkey comes out to rest for 30 minutes, everything else will go back in just to heat back through. And except the potatoes, they will stay warm. I'll put the glaze on the ham, and then that'll come out. We'll cut the turkey and we'll eat. Okay, it's not all the way solidified, but it's enough to where I can scoop most of that out. Let me set you up. I need to check my macaroni real quick. That looks about done, so I'm just going to turn it off. I'll drain it in a second. Here is my gravy. Don't mind the mess. So this is not enough gravy, obviously. So I am going to supplement with some chicken stock. So I'm going to let that come up and simmer for a little bit, and I'll whisk it every now and then, and we'll check back on it in a little bit. And now I'm going to strain the macaroni. Whew.